What's up, guys? Welcome to a new video of MOB, Mind Over Business. In today's video, we're going to be talking about attracting versus chasing the new sales paradigm. Why does it feel like you're doing everything right in sales, yet you feel burnt out and unseen? Is it because you're chasing and you're not attracting? In this video, we're going to show you everything you're supposed to do to not chase, but to attract the clients that you want and desire for your business. I'm sure, guys, you're doing everything that you're supposed to do to attract clients to your business, but it's still not working. Me, myself, I was in the business for over 7+ years, okay? Trying new things from having a clothing line to selling products to doing drop shipping to doing marketing for businesses to also, being in the financial markets and really trying different kind of businesses everywhere, okay? And I understand that, especially for those businesses that need clients that offer products or services, okay, and they need to sell to clients, it's not always easy, right? There's a lot of information out there on YouTube, on social media, on the internet, whatever, right? And there's so much of information that is just so broad and is so confusing at sometimes because you're trying to do everything what it takes, okay, to be successful in attracting clients and really, having those sales on a day-to-day basis, but you completely forget the most important thing, right? It's the mindset. It always comes down to the mindset. If you show up in your day, if you show up in your activities or whatever you're doing, and you're not correctly, in that headspace in your mindset, okay, you're not going to be able to attract what you want. It all starts by being in the right headspace, being in the right frequency, the right vibration, and having this seamless experience, just bringing in those clients with the activities that you're doing. In the previous video, I mentioned that, a lot of people, they think that they need to output the action in the physical plane every day. They have to perform an action, and then, you know, in their mind, they think, okay, with the action, I'm gonna become that person that I want to be. I'm gonna have this successful business, and because of the action, I'm gonna attract what I want into my life, or I'm gonna attract those sales and those new customers. But it's completely wrong. It's the other way around. You first have to be in the right headspace, you have to be in the right mindset, and you have to operate with this abundant energy, this abundant frequency every day when you wake up. And that's why it's so important to have those habits in the morning. When you wake up, don't go directly on your phone. When you wake up, don't rush and, check social media, check your emails, check your bank account or whatever. Take it calmly, okay? Go first to the bathroom, brush your teeth, hydrate your face. Me, I love to do the cold plunge, as you guys see in the videos, just to wake me the fuck up. So I go ahead, I brush my teeth, and I put cold water on my face for about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Then afterwards, what I do is I go and I meditate. And these are daily habits. And why do I do them? Is to be able to really channel that energy, really go inside the right headspace and create that day for me, right? You guys have choices every day when you wake up, okay? You have the choice to have a good day, and you have a choice to have a bad day. You have a choice to have a to feel like shit, or to feel good, to feel energized, to feel the best, or to feel all depressed, down, beaten. As I mentioned in the Bible, it says every day is a new day where there's going to be new problems, new obstacles, and you're going to have to push them away, not let them affect your energy on a day-to-day basis, and that way you're going to be able to create the future that you want. So it's all in the habits but more importantly, it's you have to have the right headspace. And this is why you have to focus on attracting versus chasing, right? That's really the first step in having and becoming a successful business. What are some red flags, okay, that directly correlate with chasing? Okay, so the red flags in chasing and not attracting. Going after aggressively, either cold DMs, on Instagram, or following up aggressively on your follow-ups, over delivering from fear. To give you guys an example, I remember when I was 2021, when I was starting my clothing business. I really wanted to move super fast. I really wanted to scale super fast, and it's good to have that mindset, that you want to grow fast and really achieve those new levels in your business. But there were some moments and in time that I was really just fucking up my own progress because I was doing all these kind of things, I had all these negative behaviors, and really, what happened after that? It channeled into my energy, okay, and I was really, what I was pushing to the universe was the lack, right? It was the lack. It was the fear. It was the fact that at the beginning I wasn't selling as much as I wanted to sell, and I was pushing that energy to the universe. And what happens? What do you think if you feel like shit, if you don't feel your best, if you're feeling that it's not working, what do you think it's gonna project to the universe? The universe is exactly, giving to you what you are, portraying, and what you are pushing out to the universe. The universe is a mirror of yourself, and it's not from the outside, it's from the inside. So it's from how you're feeling inside, how you're acting, feeling. What is attracting? What are the steps or the correct mindset to be able to attract what you want in your life, right? Because this is the most important, right? It's not about chasing. It's not about feeling like shit. It's not about having all those negative feelings and emotions inside and then thinking that, you're going to become successful. I'm telling you guys, it's all within. Everything within yourself. That's really the most important thing I can tell you right now. What is attracting, guys, right? Attracting is not sitting down and doing nothing, right? Attracting is having confidence, feeling good, having a high frequency, a high energy level, okay? It's really having that confidence, okay, that you're successful, that your business is successful, and that you're attracting new sales and new business on a day-to-day basis. So attracting is not sitting and doing nothing, right? It's not sitting down and doing nothing. Attracting is feeling confident and knowing that you are doing what you're doing is successful, right? That's what's attracting, okay? Let me just give you an example. Let's say you want to attract the right partner into your life, okay? You want to attract the right girl, the sexy girl, the girl that's gonna be there, whatever, the girl of your dreams, okay? And you want to attract, okay? Well, first thing that you're gonna understand and feel, okay, is that you're this amazing person, you're worthy, okay? You look good, you feel good, okay? You're successful, you have money, okay? And you have this energy around yourself that you're the best, right? You're on top, okay? That there's nobody else better than you, okay? And that's the energy, that's the feeling, that's the vibration that you have within, okay? And then when you're starting to attract that girl, let's say you saw her out, she's in your school, she's at your job, she's in a business, an event, whatever, okay? You saw her, you met her, okay? Well, the first steps Okay, what you're gonna do is really envision yourself, okay, being that person, that partner, that man, okay, that's gonna make her feel good, that's gonna take care of her, that's gonna give her love, that's gonna spend time with her. You're gonna slowly and just completely envision those ideas, those energy levels, those vibrations, those frequencies within your own self, right? You're gonna start doing scenarios in your head, okay? And really feeling that you're there and that you're doing all these things. And if you continue doing those, okay, first steps, what's gonna happen is life, okay, the world, whatever you want to call it, is gonna give you opportunities, okay? It's gonna give you opportunities to get closer to this individual, to this female, okay? One day you might be walking outside and you guys cross paths, okay? Or one day you're going grocery shopping and you see her there, or you're going to an event, to a party, and you guys meet, okay? And all these few little details, those few little things, they're not random, okay? These are these are essentially confirmations of life, okay, that are showing you and telling you that what you're doing in the back is working, okay? And you never want to when you attract, let's say, that partner, okay, you never want to attract a partner or someone in your life or even something with the lack of desperation that you really need it, okay? That you can't live without it. Because if you really want something, what's gonna happen? You're just gonna keep on pushing it away, okay? You have to break that 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 bridge between yourself and your desires, right? You have to break them. You can't, because if you're always in the chasing, what's gonna happen? Life is gonna always put you in situations and circumstances that you're always chasing. It's never finished, it's never done. You're always constantly just running, running, running. You want to be in a position where it's accomplished, okay? That you already have the girl, that you already have the car, that you already have the watch, the dream job, the company, the house, whatever. You want to have that feeling, okay? And this is really important. This is how you attract new things in your life, new opportunities, new people, new cars, houses, watches, whatever. Is when you position yourself, okay, in that feeling, in that know how, in that intelligence, in that energy, that you're already there, that you're already that person. I'm already that person with this beautiful girl. I'm already this person with this Ferrari, this Lambo, and this mansion, okay? And this is how, okay, those successful entrepreneurs, business people, gurus, athletes, whatever, become successful. They attract. You want to attract. It's not healthy to chase. It's not healthy. You feel like shit. Nobody wants somebody that looks desperate. It's really on the ladder of frequencies and vibrations, and I'm gonna put it up for you guys to see. Okay, that energy, that vibration is completely low. It's a low frequency. Desperation, lack, fear, those emotions. They're completely down the ladder. You don't want to be. You don't want to be down. You want to be up here, enlightened, peace. You want to be peaceful. You want to be open, expanded, not contracted, expanded. So these are different, ways that you attract. But to really simplify, the best is really, you have to, and this is work, okay? This is work that you have to do on a day-to-day basis. But it's really essentially, you just sit down, okay, or meditate, or take like 20, 10, 15 minutes for yourself and really imagine, okay, the version of yourself that has everything, the version of yourself that is super successful, the version of yourself that, is a NBA player or NHL player or is an athlete or is a Hollywood actor. Feel that. Feel that. And once you feel that in your mind, okay, and you're creating those scenarios in your mind, okay, there's emotions, there's and that emotion is really key. That's what you really need to be able to project on a day-to-day basis. It's that emotion. It's that feeling, you know, that you're that person, that you have everything, that you have that girl, that you have the money, that you have the car, that you have the house, that you have the business. You don't want to operate from fear or lack. You want to operate from that energy that you already have everything, that you already are that person, that you're not chasing it, but you are that. And even if you don't have those things, what's going to happen on a day to day basis? You're going to start to attract, attract new things, new opportunities, new people, new money. And then you ask yourself, wow, is it a coincidence? It's not a coincidence. This is your work that you're doing on the sides. This is the work that, this is the knowledge they never tell you in school because they never want you to get out of the system. They want you to be trapped, locked in, okay? Waking up every day in the morning, going to clock into the job, coming back, feeling tired, cooking, then going back to sleep and restarting it. Do you see in that loop? You never have time for yourself. You never have time to attract. You never have time to work on your mindset. So now shifting from chasing to attracting, right? So what are these steps, okay? What are the things you have to do, okay? From essentially to go from chasing to attracting, okay? So step number one, okay, is inner work, okay? Inner work. Okay. And what does this mean, inner work? Well, it's all the work and all maybe all the traumas, all the problems, everything that you neglected until now, okay, needs to be worked on, okay? So if you have limiting beliefs, okay, if you have experiences, traumas, or situations that essentially, make you fearful, block you, take away your confidence, okay, make you feel that you're not worthy, that you don't deserve, these are all emotions, feelings that you want to get rid of, okay? These are feelings and emotions that you want to work on, okay? And this is essentially what it means in your work, okay? You want to take time in your day on a daily basis, it would be the best, okay? If you don't have time every day, I would suggest at least 3 times per week, okay, doing this inner work, okay? And it's really work that is done by you and for you, okay? There's no special videos or a training manual to give you insight on how to do inner work. I mean, there is guidance, okay, that you can look up online and they can guide you. But even that, if if you come to the point where you're not even able to do inner work by yourself for yourself, it means you're really, really, really blocked in your thinking and in your ways of life. I mean, if you need guidance to this point, you really need to like take a step back and really like take a look at your life and what's happening, right? Because you should at least have the confidence that you're able to do some inner work on in yourself. I mean, it's possible that you don't and it's okay, but like what I'm trying to tell you guys, it's really like believe in yourself, right? Believe in your abilities, believe that you're able, that you're worthy, believe that you don't need to be guided at all times, because we have all the information within, we have all the guidance, we have all the knowledge, we have all the power within every human being, okay? but it just really depends on how fucked up you are, how closed off you are to your operational system within, okay, and how you're blocked off because depending on your habits, depending on how you were raised, depending on the people around you, depending on your beliefs and your education, depending on your circumstances, the situations, all of those things, okay, can have a negative impact on you yourself, and having the ability to do this kind of work or any kind of work, okay, or starting a business or whatever. If you don't even have that confidence to do so, is because you're so blocked off. So it's really really important to take some time off and really do this inner work inside, and really it's gonna help you. It's gonna open your eyes. You're gonna discover new things and new information, new insight that you didn't know about yourself before. Number two, I would say, would be magnetic messaging. Okay, so this is what I think is really important. Sorry about my writing, it's pretty low, so, but it's magnetic messaging. Okay, so essentially what this means, okay, is that you don't want to cater to everyone. You want to cater to your audience, okay? And you want to be magnetic. You want to make them feel, okay, something when you're delivering the message, when you're delivering the idea, the vision. If you're selling a product or you're selling a service, you want to be able to connect with your audience and make them feel that you're really there for them, right? This is super important because, you know, in a lot of situations I see, I hear, and I talk with people about is that, you come into, a business, you're trying to sell a product or a service to an audience, and you're really like all over the place, and you're trying to attract everybody, you're trying to win everyone, and it doesn't work, okay? You really want to, find who's your perfect audience, who's your perfect avatar, the person that you would like, that is buying from you. You have to create that avatar. You have to take some time and think, okay, who's the perfect person that's going to be buying from me, in business, and if I'm selling a product or a service, who's going to be that ideal customer, okay, that I'm going to be selling to, okay? So you need to outline all of this information. You take a pen and a paper and you really go over this information step by step, okay, trying to think who's that perfect and an ideal customer, where do they hang out, what are their spending habits, what do they like, and what do they dislike. And you really have to go point by point and really, it's the same thing as in work. Put in as much information as you want, how they look, what TV shows it. If it's important for you, if it aligns to your business, what kind of TV shows they listen to. And from there on, you can actually really take the appropriate steps to, sell your product better. That way, do it. There's no guidelines, or there's no rules in this, really. You just do what you feel right. So you just want to identify all those bullet points, all those aspects of your customer, to be able to understand really who is your ideal customer, and from there on, delivering your message in a magnetic way for them to feel that connection, feel that, you're their solution, you're the business that provides that product or business, or that service to them, that they feel that they really need. And that's how you're going to be able to attract and really conclude this seamless experience for your business. And if you do it over and over again, it's gonna feel like you're a walk in the park, for real. It's gonna feel like so easy, and you're gonna just feel good about it, and you're gonna feel aligned, and there's not gonna be no pressure. And when you come to that point, you're gonna realize what I was telling you right now, is that everything is, starts from the mind. How you're feeling, how you're acting, how you're operating on a day-to-day basis. Number three would be confidence and boundaries. Confidence And boundaries, boundaries. So this is an important one, okay? You guys need to feel confident and not over delivering and over explaining, and having confidence that what you're delivering in terms of a message, a product, or a service is enough. Okay? This is super important, right? Because if you always think that it's not enough what you're giving to your customers, to the people, it's not enough, what do you think is going to happen? All the action, all the energy that you put out, okay, is never going to be enough. So this is why you need to have confidence in your boundaries, right? You need to be confident, okay, that what you're doing, what you're delivering, and what you're bringing to your customers is enough, okay? That you are enough, okay? That you're at a level, sorry about that, that you are at a level, okay, that when you come in and you provide the value that you're providing is enough, okay? And you're confident and you feel good within yourself that you can walk away and your job is done, okay? But you have to work on this feeling, you have to work on it, and you really have to harness it in within, and really it can't be a fake feeling. You can't talk about it but not feel it inside. You really have to feel it inside in order for it to come true, and really, not fuck up in what you're trying to do, which is attracting. Last but not least, okay, is energetic detachment, okay? And this is super, super important, okay? Energetic detachment, okay? And what does this mean? Okay, it means that you don't need every client. Okay, not every client is gonna be the right client for you. Okay, and that's a hard one for a lot of people to understand. Okay, especially, in sales, when you have a business, when you offer products or services. Okay, people often think that you need all the clients, like every client that you're either talking to, or they see your ad, or you're just showcasing your products or your services, or you're going outside, you're talking with them, or you're scheduling a call, or whatever channels you guys use, okay, to sell your services or your products. Okay, don't think that every client you need to secure them. Okay, and also, it's a numbers game. Okay, you won't secure all the clients. It's part of the game. Okay, it's like in trading as well. You're not going to win all trades. Okay, you're not going to be successful in all trades. Even if you have an A+ setup, it's not going to happen. Okay, and it's just part of the game, and it's part of the business, but you have to be okay with it. Okay, and that's really the energetic detachment. It's you have to be okay with it. Because once again, you can say, oh, whatever, okay, it's okay, I missed the client, or I missed the opportunity, or whatever. But within, if you feel contracted, okay, if you feel like that anxiety, or you're feeling that, oh shit, you could have done this, you could have closed it, you could have closed this client, you could have gotten this sale, whatever. And but you feel that negative energy. Okay, it means that you're not detached. You have to be detached. You have to be okay with it. You have to feel okay without it. You have to feel okay without it, and you have to feel okay with it. And that's really the ultimate. And it really comes down really to that mindset, and to that energy, and that frequency. And I hope you guys are seeing, and it's bringing you guys value, what I'm providing to you guys, because it's not hard. It's not rocket science. Okay, and it's unfortunate that they don't teach us this information in school, right? I quit school when I was I didn't quit, but like I was thrown out the system when I was 16. They sent me to out of school, and then I went to do my real estate program, but I didn't finish my real estate program because I started a clothing brand when I was 20 21, and but like I'm telling you, I never loved the school because I understood and I saw what it was. You know, they're trying to form you in the system in that little box. You know, in that rectangle or square, whatever. They're putting you there, okay, and they're just trying to like you know push you from every direction. Every direction you're trying to go and escape, they pat you down, put you back down, you know? Every direction from up, down, sideways, you know? So it's really, really important that, the answer is mindset. The answer is mindset in every kind of situation. It's the mindset. It's your mind that's gonna free you from everything. It's your mind that's gonna collapse generational issues, problems, traumas, failures. If no one in your family, after generations and generations, was a millionaire, it's your chance. It's your way out. It's your way to be successful. You don't need money. You don't need connects. You don't need to be privileged. You don't need to come from a special family. The only thing you need is mindset. And you have to work on it on a day-to-day basis, on a daily. It's not just going to happen one time. If it would be just like this, trust me, everybody would be a millionaire already. Or everybody would be successful in what they want to. Because not everybody wants to be a millionaire. Not everybody is fascinated about money, you know? I'm telling you, that's true. I met a lot of people, and not every one of them wants to be super rich. Even if they have that money, it doesn't excite them. They just want to be peaceful. They want to do what they love to do, and that's it. And that's okay. But if you want money, or you want cars, or you want houses, or you want whatever, okay? It's all in the mind. It's all how you operate here inside that pushes out. I read this article on LinkedIn maybe a month ago, okay? And they did this new study in 2025 or 2024 about sales, okay? And where is sales now and where sales came from, okay? And previously sales was always like an aggressive thing, okay? People that, used to talk about sales or, just thinking about sales, we're always thinking that sales, and it was that essentially it was always pressured, get as much leads as possible, being aggressive on the phone, following up, and just it's a and if you think about it right now, it's such it's those actions are so they're actions of lack, okay, desperation, okay, this energy that you're portraying, okay, that you're always running after the lead, okay, following up, I mean, listen, there is following up, okay, and there is that desperation, following up, desperate, okay, and that's what you have to be mindful about, okay. The 1990, 2000, 2010 sales scripts on how to sell is bullshit, okay. What you have to focus now, okay, and this is essentially the study what they were talking about, is that your job is to attract your ideal audience. It's your to attract your ideal customer, and it comes back to what we were saying previously. Okay, not everyone is your customer. Not everyone is going to be buying from you, and you have to accept it, and you have to be okay with it. But to those, okay, that your service or your product, okay, solves their solution, okay, brings solutions to their problems or to whatever they're buying your service or your product for, okay, these are the people, this is the audience that you want to focus on, okay. And this is essentially sales in 2025. It's focusing on that audience, it's focusing on that right kind of people, okay, and not forcing people that don't want to be sold to, okay. if you just if you just remember, okay, all your experience in sales, because I was in sales as well, okay, and if you just take a look, okay, on all those prospects or those leads, okay, that you talked to many times, many times, many times, and they never closed, okay? And initially they were never interested, okay? But they told you, the way to sell is to push it down their throat, okay? Intimidate them, come aggressive, and just, you know, go over a cold lead and try to sell it to them. That's bullshit, okay? Okay, especially right now in 2025. Why the fuck would you want to take that approach? Somebody doesn't want to, okay? Yes, there's ways, okay, in the sales framework, okay, to essentially find out, okay, by asking them some questions on why, how, okay, and essentially understanding why they're not ready to buy and what you would be able to do or bring for them to be able. But even after that, okay, after those probing questions, okay, they're not they're still not down to buy, okay, or they're not qualified. You want to qualify your leads, okay? If they're not qualified, it's okay. You put them on the side and you continue with qualified leads. You don't want to waste your time and energy on unqualified leads. And this is the problem that was going on, and it's still going on. And a lot of companies, they still sell this way. They go way too aggressive. They rush, they rush, they rush. Okay, they want to sell to everybody. They think that everybody is their client. Okay, they're putting their energy everywhere, and then they feel like shit. Their salespeople feel like shit because they talk to, I don't know, 200 people that are maybe unqualified, okay, and maybe two or three of them take it, and the rest, bro, it's exhausting, it's draining. So that's why it's super super important to like pre-qualify your audience and to understand that not everybody's gonna buy from you and be okay with that. If today's video really hits home, okay, it's time to stop forcing and start becoming magnetic. Okay, guys? I hope the information and the knowledge that I provided is valuable for you guys. I know for myself that once I completely shifted, okay, and really started working on my mindset and my mind, okay, and attracting the right people around me and the right opportunities, my life changed, okay? So I want the same thing for you guys too, okay? I hope that this information and these videos keep on coming and keep on being helpful for you guys, because this is my goal. My goal is really to help you guys go from where you are right now to the next level, okay, and attract and get whatever you guys want in your life. So this is really important for me. If you like this kind of video, hit the subscribe button, please, okay? It's gonna help us, and it's just gonna really motivate me and continue to help me to grow and being able to share this message